Right, we are recording. Okay, great. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another one of the No More Mr. Nice Guy, right? So this is episode 31. 31, right? So get strong or embrace your power, right? That's gonna what title's gonna be. Is embrace your power. So let's get into it. What does that mean? What does that mean? How does that benefit me? Right? Embracing your power. Let's check it out. So get strong. Right? So the first thing I'm going to ask you, when you hear someone talk about a masculine man, what do you think in your mind? Right? What do you think of? Most people, if not all people, when you say a masculine man, well, I want to say most people, a lot of people, sane people, normal people, think of a masculine man as this big, strong man who is competent, confident, just crushing it at life in a sense. Like, got everything on lockdown, can do everything that needs to be done. And then you get most nice guys. And most nice guys are not big or strong, myself included. Um, I was really skinny as a teenager. I was what you would say is I would look sickly. Thinking back at pictures, I actually look sickly. I would say, like there was something wrong with me with the way I was so skinny. Um, then I started gaining weight around my mid 20s. Started eating more. Started Um, Another thing is nice guys tend to be against gyms or sort of like this or against people who gym, right? People who went to who wanted to be strong, and I personally think this was conditioned through like school and society and being in the group or not being in the group kind of thing gave this outlook for nice guys. All the women would go for these guys that were confident, strong, masculine, and then you would get mostly the nice guys or the guys that are on the outside that are kind of against the guys who gymmed or exercised, or the popular guys in school, I think. Anyway, um, so something I remembered on that topic, right, against the gyms or against people who are gymming. Um, when I was in my early 20s, one of my friends decided he was going to go to the gym to get strong. He was going to go, got a personal trainer and everything. He was going to get fit. He was going to get strong, healthy. And then another one of our friends didn't like the fact that he wanted to go to the gym, or he wanted to become. He's like he would always ask things like why he wanted to be like those guys in the gyms. Wanted to be part of that group, right? Yeah, I thought it was a bit of an odd thing that he was so against it. Um, but a bit of preference, we were not the type that fitted in with like what you call it, the jocks or the gym guys, right? Sports guys. We didn't fit in with them. We were more the stoner, kind of cool. I wouldn't say cool. Well, yeah, cool. Group, the rebels on the outside. We didn't do so much fitness stuff. You um, but yeah, so essentially, he was just something I remembered on the while doing this topic was guys like most nice guys or they're against it. They don't like people that go to the gym so much, or there's always ripping it there. Um, I wouldn't say everyone. I'm saying most. A lot of them, myself included. I wasn't completely against it, but I didn't gel with the gym people back then. Um, so yeah, so let's check out the next one. What nice guys have and should learn. Now, this is again, these are notes. I'm not telling you what to think or whatever. These are notes and things that I've learned, and going through and from the book. So, nice guys, myself included again, have learned to be soft physically and emotionally. Right. Um, so we've learned it through society, school system, having to have to seek the approval of everyone. So you've got to appear, um, with the way that it's been conditioned. You've got to appear, how would you say, appear non-threatening, right? So all of this comes to I'm different from these a holes that can they get everyone. But anyway, so nice guys have to go against this conditioning. So this is what they've learned. They've learned to be soft. So they have to go against this, and that comes back to this spot. This is where nice guys have to learn because they're against the masculinity side. They're against the gym and getting strong or be looking threatening, right? Like if you think of a big, strong guy, he is masculine. They're against that in a sense. So they have to embrace or learn to embrace their bodies, their you know their power, their spaciousness. Um, like embracing the body means to be comfortable in it, accepting of it, not judging it in the sense like you're comfortable with what you got, right? Um, then the next one is nice guys have to learn to embrace their power. So nice guys again are conditioned to fear showing strength. To they instead they're soft. Physically they don't look, they're not very big, they're not got much muscle, not much strength, they're very skinny. Most of them, not all, okay, I know, but I'm just saying, like, or they maybe they're overweight, or just they don't have that their body on lockdown, right? So they got to learn, or I think it was Jordan Peterson. But anyway, instead, you should be as powerful as you can be, and then you should learn to control or harness that power, right? So I've got to be. I'm trying to become as strong as I can, physically and emotionally, mentally, all of that, right? And then I got to learn how to control it. And then, as for the spaciousness, right? Again, like I said, most nice guys or even the posture, let's say the posture tries to adapt to a non-threatening posture. um, so they try to take up as little presence, or they do take up, not even that they try essentially, but the result is they take up as little presence as possible in the room. Like you don't notice them. They're always trying to be pleasing, so no one really responds, no one really notices them in the room. There's no, they don't take up any space, let's say. And you need to, as a nice guy, you need to take spacious. Well, not as a nice guy, but to combat this, right? To go against what you've learned, what you should learn is to take up space, take up that natural space that's around you, get the eyes on you, feel comfortable being visible in the room, taking up space in that room, not trying to let everyone else be above you in a sense. That's essentially what it is. Um, Next part here is how are we supposed to start? So, start reversing nice guy syndrome essentially, or get your masculinity back. How are we supposed to start this? How are we doing this? So, you know, to start the nice guy or start reversing the nice guy, there are a few things that I'm following or that I'm trying to do. Obviously, you got to take it at your own pace. You can't always just jump in full head first. in my opinion, the steps that I'm following, right, is first stop eating junk, right, which is a really big one. So I'm trying to limit that as much. So I don't go to the shops as much. I don't go get snacks. I don't go get Pepsi or Cokes or whatever the drinks are now, sugar stuff. I try to stay away from that. Obviously, every now and then I might have something. Um, yeah, but I'm trying to eliminate all junk from all processed and junk and sugary stuff from my life. Um, as I said, I don't necessarily recommend just jumping in. Maybe you are a person that can do that, but I generally find that it's not very pleasant. Plus, you have the withdrawals. So maybe start reducing the loads of the things that you have. Um, so again, and this one is a massive ROI, return on your investment. If you stop eating crap and start eating proper food, vegetables, meat, or whatever, and stop eating all the sugars and stuff, it's gonna give you such a upper hand on other people, because your body's gonna feel great. You're gonna operate much better. Your gut, everything is gonna be healthier. It's the first step, in my opinion. It's a wonderful way to gain an upper hand. Okay, and then with the stop eating junk, I'm gonna include cut off drugs, weed, alcohol, all of these things, because these things influence the body and the mind, right? You can't tell me it doesn't, but anyway, you can keep fooling yourself, right? So weed slows you down, like it really does. Um, what you would normally think, you become lazy. In my opinion, I could never really fully operate on it. It wasn't. If you want to build something, want to get somewhere in life, you don't want to run away from things. I would say step away from weed, right, or alcohol. These all influence the body. It pulls you back down, right? Um, so um, weed, I would say, up to you. If you maybe have every few days just to unwind, that's up to you, I would say. I would cut alcohol completely. I don't see any point in that. Especially drugs, I would cut out drugs. Um, I know weed is not a drug. Just for those people that want to say it is, or think I'm saying it is, it's not. I know that. It's a herb, a plant. Okay, the next one, step 2, that I am trying to follow, which is also very difficult. Well, I won't say very difficult. All of these some of it might require better financial situation. It might cost a bit more. For example, I'm not able to buy glass bottles of mineral or um, mineral or spring water at the moment, right? I can't get the glass bottle, the healthiest water. So what we do, we try to eliminate as much plastic bottles as possible, right? And we try to drink proper water. So plastic bottles are gone. We have some filters on the water, on the taps here. And we try to be mindful. Like, so any plastic bottle that if we have to drink from that's been in the sun, we don't drink from that. We try eliminate it. We have like stainless water bottles. We have glass. I don't know. Try eliminate it as much as possible, and try drink proper water. Another thing I might say is try, if you've got a glass bottle that you can store the water in, if you boil it, I might do a video on remineralizing it. If you boil it and then remineralize the water, and leave it to sit for a day, and then you drink it. I think that'll be much also a very great benefit. That one would be perfect. Well, not perfect, but way more healthier than not. But as I'll do a video on it. So caveat onto that quick though is maybe use cultic salt instead of the pink Himalayan salt, because there is some information that there is some toxic stuff in the Himalayan salt now, like they're making it a cheaper way or something. I will have to do more research on that. But that's one way to do it, is boil your water, remineralize it. There's other drops, there's remineralized drop, but that'll be another video. Anyway, so yeah, drink proper water. Then step number 3, which as I said, I'm following these, I'm busy with these ones, is some exercise, and there is, in today's world, there's absolutely no excuse for this one. There is none. I can't give one for myself, I can't give one for anyone else. There is no excuse that you're saying you can't do this one, unless it is medically done, I would say. Obviously, like paralyzed from the neck down, for example. Yeah, okay, then you can't really do much of this one. But I mean, if you've got an injury, maybe do legs. If you've got an arm injury, okay, don't do something on your arm. Do your legs. If you've got a leg injury, okay, don't do that. Do your arms or upper body, or there is something. So there's no excuse. If you don't have access to the gym, there's plenty of YouTube videos, of no equipment workouts that you can follow along and get strong. So one I switched back to now because I needed a bit more of an upbeat way to do it. One that I really like, and I think his stuff is super fire, is Bully Juice. He's got some great exercises. He's got a few 30-day challenges that you can do and then repeat and then do more. He's got videos for any kind of, like I said, any schedule. If you've got 10 minutes in the morning to exercise, he's got 10-minute exercise. If you've got 5 minutes, he's got 5-minute exercises. There is no excuse. So like, if you don't like him, there's other videos, but there is a lot of videos on YouTube you can follow along, challenges or just workout programs you can follow along. There's websites. There is no excuse. I like Bully Juice. I might link his I'll link his stuff down below, if I remember. Right, so yeah, so then you can get strong from these things. Also, you don't have to always do actual workouts, kind of like the gym ones. Go play sports. Go for a run. Go walk. You don't have to do the gym all the time. Go do some natural things. Go out, be outside, do things naturally with your body. There's no excuse for not being fit in that sense, right? Okay, with the exercise, which is number 4, right? This one, I think every man, this is a requirement. I'm not here yet. I don't have access to this yet, where I live and everything, the situation. But I will start doing this, right? Combat sport, right? So do some kind of combat sport, whether that's jiu-jitsu, which I see is very popular, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling. I don't know where you stay, what sports you got, taekwondo, karate. Just do some kind of physical combat sport. As a man, learn to become this again. You learn to be comfortable in your body. Learn to embrace your power. Be confident in yourself, that you can handle yourself or protect yourself, because you've been hit before. You know what you have, or what you can take, right? So I would say do a combat sport. I live in Thailand, so the obvious choice, or the one that I really want to start with, is Muay Thai. So I will eventually, as I say, I'm building up all the systems, I'm building up everything to get to where I want to get. And eventually I'll be doing a combat sport of Muay Thai, right? Which is like kind of kickboxing in a sense, but yeah, Muay Thai. Yeah, and then with all of these previous steps that I said, another major one that you don't forget, in my opinion, this will also be a big factor. Will be enough rest and sleep, right? Um, Most people recommend that I see 8 hours. Um, if you can get 8 hours, awesome. Uh, Otherwise, I would recommend 7 hours of sleep. I'm currently not there. I'm currently getting about maybe 5 to 6 hours sleep um, at the moment. Well, some nights it's 7 hours. I think this week has been 7 hours of sleep. Um, but you can also always see how you operate. Track it, see how you operate, um, and you can always adjust it and see like, okay, maybe if 6 hours it doesn't work for me, I'm too tired the next day, I'm moody, I'm da 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 da, okay, add another hour, see how you feel. For me, I would say the best operating, or the minimum I would go is 7 hours of sleep, 6 to 7 hours of sleep. I can operate on six. I am a bit moody, but I can operate on six. But 7 hours of sleep, I feel good still. I'm a little bit tired in the afternoon, but I'm good. An 8 plus obviously would be the best, but not everyone can do 8 hours of sleep. Myself, for example, I've got my son that we've got in the morning, he gets up, or during the night, he gets up. Sometimes we've got all sorts of things to do, so we've got to get his stuff done. I've got to prepare for work. Whilst I prepare for work, we've got to go. I've got to do the channel and research and learning, and so my schedule's kind of full. So 8 hours, I don't get 8 hours of sleep, but if you can, you're good. And all of this will also, if you get 8 hours of sleep and you do all the previous steps, your testosterone as a man is gonna jump up by leaps and bounds. It's gonna be such a game changer, in my opinion. A lot more testosterone once you're doing this. Start feeling good about yourself. Um, Again, posture also builds testosterone, just for example. So if you're always hunched over in yourself, your testosterone goes down generally. If you are more open, confident, your testosterone will go up. Anyway, that's just one of the looks of it. All of us will build confidence and discipline that will spill over to every other aspect of your life. So if you become the character that is disciplined and on a healthy journey, right, you will become that character. You have to become that character in order to get it right. You will improve your brain and your body so much, you will operate on a different level and get your masculinity back, right? You will be, I think people might just, everyone will be drawn to you. You will feel so confident, comfortable in your skin, know that you can handle yourself in any situation. Yeah, and this will help you get your masculinity back. Right? You'll feel it. Plus the testosterone boost, everything will come back. That's it for no, it's not it. Oh, sorry, this one is very long. I've had to maybe cut it. So here is a quick one that you can do. So here's an exercise you can do. Um, I didn't realize these would be so long, but anyway, so write out a list of things that you input into your body that is negative and positive, right? So, for example, what do you eat? What vices do you do? Do you smoke weed? Do you do drugs? Do you drink alcohol? Write it all out, right? Take a step, like think of it, like all the things that you do that impacts your body negatively and positively. I sit at a desk all day and don't move. Okay, that's a negative impact because you don't do anything. If you don't exercise, that's negative, right? If you exercise, that's a positive, right? Write down everything positive that you do you input to your body, and then that can be to your mind, or well, step further, right? Is what do you consume for your mind? What is it? Are you just mindlessly doom scrolling, as they say? I don't know the term, doom scrolling on what's the latest thing? TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know what doom scrolling you do. Are you just consuming junk, dances of some stupid dance, or what are you consuming? Uh, what content are you watching? Are you is it hopeful stuff? Is it negative, positive? Does it add any value to your life? No, yes, it's just mindless entertainment. What? Right? And then you go down through the list and then start looking at a few things that you can start addressing now. Right? So, start addressing them. Write down the ways you can start addressing them, start reversing them, start fixing them. And then write the steps that you are going to take. So basically, yeah, you're reverse engineering how to fix them. So you start small, you don't have to go big again, you don't have, and then you reverse engineer how you would get to a positive or eliminate the negative, right? For example, okay, let's say you smoke weed every day. Well, that what I would say is a negative. So you're inputting that, it's slowing it down, it's bringing your mind down, you're not doing your full potential. Okay, great. So what are the steps that you can take to start eliminating it or to get it into a positive? Right? Start smoking less. Okay, so maybe for the first 2 weeks I smoke what? 5 times a day instead of 10. And then you slowly work it down, so eventually it's like, okay, once a day. Great. Then from once a day you go to maybe once every 2 days, and then you know yourself how you can handle it. For me, with the smoking, I cut cold turkey. I had one in my hand and I decided I'm tired of this, struggling, it's controlling me. I'm done. There, I decided right there, I'm done. I cannot touch another one. It's done. And that was it. I haven't had one since. I will not have one since because I've made that hard line. But I tried the cutting it down, and I would cut it down for about a month, and then something would happen, and it would jump back up to either more or back to the previous. So some things you know yourself better than anyone. So some things you're gonna have to just cut it if you know that you cannot stick to that, and some things you can slow down. Like my coffee intake is going down every week. Well, not every week yet, but I'm drinking way less so than I previously used to, right? And I will continue to eliminate things. I'm not saying you have to eliminate coffee. Um, I just had too much coffee. I would say maybe 2 to 3 cups a day is maybe the maximum you should be having, and try cutting it before 2 o'clock. I would say 12 o'clock would be the best time to cut out coffee. But again, you live your own life, you choose what you're doing, right? So that was just a little exercise you can do, or something I'm busy doing, and as I say, I'm working through myself. Yeah, I'm sorry. This video is kind of long. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.